Alright, here's the grain after it's been milled. This is the barley. See, here's the wheat here. The wheat breaks up pretty nice and fine. And barley doesn't like to break up. It's well crushed, but the pieces sort of stick together. And then at the bottom is the corn. The corn breaks up great. It looks like it's in pieces, but they're nice and crumbly. Very fine. Today I'm going to make it into grain for my chickens and my ducks. I'm going to add a few things to it. Normally I use a mineral premix, but the feed store messed up and they didn't bring it in for me. So instead this week I've got the nutritional supplement from one of the major commercial suppliers. I'm not happy to use it, but it is what it is. Now I got some oyster shells. I'm going to be giving some of this feed to my chicks. I got some really fine grit. And all of my chickens are outside grazing, so they have plenty of access to grit outside, but it doesn't hurt to give them a bit of extra. This stuff's granite, it's nice and hard, it'll last a long time in their gizzard. And I like to add some kelp meal. And some molasses. This is one of the things that'll help keep the dust down, so that's always nice. And then I got some honey. Now I also make dairy ration the same way. But for the cows, I don't worry about that barley getting broken up too small. So I just do it by hand. A bit of kelp and a bit of molasses, that's all I put in that. This is by no means a complete feed that you can feed to chickens and allow you to just keep them inside. My chickens are out on pasture from the time when they're chicks, and a lot of their nutrition comes from eating grass and weeds and bugs and that kind of thing. So I'm not really too worried about how well balanced this is, because it's just a little something to spoil them at the end of the day, encourage them to come into the house at night. If anybody knows of something else that I'm not thinking of to put in here, by all means let me know. Definitely always happy to learn. So like I said, that barley doesn't want to break up. So I'm going to use this. I don't know if you can see how this is shrinking, but when you stir it, you can really feel it. It's a lot heavier because all those pieces of barley and stuff are really breaking down. It makes it a lot easier for the chicks to eat it. And like I said, I wouldn't want to feed this exclusively to chicks or chickens or anything. It's just a supplement to their natural diet. Alright, I forgot the nutritional yeast. And then, while we're at it, well, we have some red pepper flakes. And put some garlic in it. Whoops. One. All right. Heck. I think I had a little bit too much feed to garlic ratio. That's nice and warm grinder. There you go. That should blend into the grain nicely. Give that all another quick stir. Now when I put my hands down to stir it, I'm not putting my fingernails first because they'll catch and get torn off. So finger pads down. And you saw me mixing and beating against the sides of this. I'm not worried about breaking off paint and mixing in with the grain because all the paint stripped off years ago. It's just bare metal.